It was a crisp October evening when I first heard about the Whispering Woods. The locals in the small town of Ravenswood spoke in hushed tones about the forest, warning anyone who would listen to stay away. Stories of disappearances and eerie sounds emanating from the woods had been circulating for decades. As a journalist always on the hunt for a good story, I couldn't resist the urge to investigate. Armed with my camera and flashlight, I ventured into the woods just as the sun began to set. The air was thick with an unnatural silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves. The deeper I ventured, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. It felt as though the very trees were watching me, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal hands. I noticed strange markings carved into the trunks, resembling ancient symbols I couldn't decipher. As darkness fell, I began to hear the whispers. At first they were faint, almost imperceptible, but they grew louder with each step I took. The voices seemed to come from all directions, yet there was no one in sight. It felt as if the forest itself was speaking to me, its words laced with malice and despair. I pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the legends. My flashlight flickered and died, suddenly plunging me into complete darkness. Panic set in as I fumbled to replace the batteries. But the whispers grew louder, mocking my fear. Just as I managed to get the light working again, I saw it. A figure standing a few feet away, shrouded in shadows. It was a woman, her eyes empty and hollow, her face twisted in a grimace of pain. She reached out to me, and in a voice that echoed with the whispers, she said, "Help us." Terrified, I stumbled back, but she was gone as quickly as she had appeared. I knew I had to leave the woods, but the path I had taken seemed to have vanished. The trees closed in around me, their branches forming an impenetrable barrier. Desperate, I called out for help, but my voice was swallowed by the whispers. I felt a cold hand brush against my neck, and I spun around to see the woman again, closer this time. Her eyes bore into mine, and I could feel her anguish. She pointed to a spot on the ground, and as I knelt to look, I saw it, a grave, marked with the same strange symbols I had seen earlier. Realization dawned on me. The spirits of those who had disappeared in the woods were trapped, their souls bound by an ancient curse. The whispers were their cries for help, desperate to be freed from their torment. With a newfound resolve, I began to recite a prayer, hoping to release the spirits. The whispers grew louder, then abruptly ceased. Profound silence fell over the forest, and the air felt lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted. I found my way out of the woods, my heart pounding in my chest. As I emerged into the moonlit clearing, I felt a sense of relief wash over me. The legends of the Whispering Woods were true. I had lived to tell the tale. Thank you for joining us on this eerie journey through the Whispering Woods. If you enjoyed this tale, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling stories. Sweet dreams, if you can.